Hey there, Simon here from AQ Outdoors, and today we're going to dive into a side-by-side comparison of the latest half-slice offerings from Jackson, Dagger, and Pyranha. If you've been looking for a modern half-slice, you've undoubtedly come across the Pyranha Ripper 2, the Jackson Antix 2.0, and the Dagger Rewind. Before I get into our comparison of these top models, I do want to note that this isn't a specs-driven analysis here. I'll be focusing primarily on personal experiences, suitability, and on-water observations. Today we're using the medium-sized models, with paddlers weighing between 135 and 175 pounds, standing at heights of 5'6" to about 5'10". Each boat brings its own spin on the increasingly popular half-slice category. Pyranha opts for what feels like a boat that stern squirts without effort. Jackson leans toward a wider, shorter platform, which is equally playful whilst being surprisingly stable. And Dagger leans into a river running oriented half slice that can be incredibly playful and fun. So first up, we have the Pyranha Ripper 2. To me, this boat is the most foreign feeling of the lot. The medium feels as though you're paddling a kayak with no stern, which is wild as the stern is actually quite long but has so little volume. So for stern squirting and eddy line moves, the Ripper gets a 10 out of 10. Even paddlers without refined technique can effortlessly enjoy these playful maneuvers, which is a very appealing draw of this model. In the river running realm, it's definitely a little sporty. The stern feels grabby, even when at speed, which potentially could lead to more unexpected rolls for intermediate paddlers. To mitigate this, you could consider sizing up, which will provide you with a great river running experience, but with slightly less ease getting the stern under for squirts. The Ripper 2 also surfs really well. It has a bunch of rocker and volume up front, coupled with the low volume stern that can easily turn the boat for dynamic surfing. Next up, we have the Jackson Antix 2.0. When this was released, I was skeptical that this boat would be very fun to paddle. The boat is certainly more challenging to stern squirt than the Ripper 2.0. In some ways it feels a little more like stern squirting a playboat, but it does still stern squirt pretty easily. Where the Antix really excels is that for river running, it provides a stability and reliability that the other boats in this review don't quite match. It's a little slower due to it being shorter and a bit wider, but it's noticeably more forgiving than the Ripper 2 and the Rewind. The ease of adjustability of the Jackson outfitting is nice, though always a hot debate topic versus the outfitting of other manufacturers. We can probably save that for another video. From a surfing standpoint, I would say the Antix 2.0 feels more like a playboat than the other two offerings. So if you want to throw down in a hole, this boat is going to be better at that than the other two. I would also say, however, from a pure surfing standpoint, the other two boats surf green waves much more nicely. In summary, the Antix 2.0 for me is the best all-round half slice, providing a mix of playfulness and stability and good river running performance. Last up, we have the Dagger Rewind. This is my half slice of choice, and I spend upwards of 50 days a season teaching and paddling it. In comparison to the other two boats on review, the Rewind is the hardest to stern squirt. In saying that, with a decent eddy line and good technique, the Rewind is a great boat to stern squirt. The verticality tends to come on a little slower, and with that, in some ways, it's easier to control. Where the Rewind really comes into its own though is river running. Although not as stable feeling as the Antix 2.0, once you get the Rewind up to speed, whether that be downstream or cross current, this kayak to me feels really solid and stable. For more advanced paddlers, comfortable paddling with a flat boat, the Rewind excels in this area and gives paddlers amazing control and confidence in challenging whitewater. This reliable and predictable hull speed also allows advanced paddlers to easily and confidently set up for boofs and more challenging moves. It is important to note that for less experienced paddlers, the Rewind may provide a bit of a steep learning curve, as when it's not at speed, it doesn't feel very stable at all. So that's it for this review. The Ripper 2 versus Antix 2.0 versus Rewind in a very anecdotal nutshell. If you have any questions or comments, please throw them below and we'll get back to you with answers. Also, to stay up to date on more great product reviews and educational content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons or check us out at aqoutdoors.com.